Preface. The event on which this fiction is founded has been supposed by Dr. Darwin and some of these physiological writers of Germany as not of impossible occurrence. I shall not be supposed as according to the remotest degree of serious faith to such an imagination, yet in assuming it as the basis of a work of fancy, I have not considered myself as merely weaving a series of supernatural terrors. The event on which the interest of the story depends is exempt from disadvantages of a mere tale of specters or enchantments. It was recommended by the novelty of the situations which it develops, and, however impossible as a physical fact, affords a point of view to the imagination for the delineation of human passions more comprehensive and commanding than any which the ordinary relations existing events can yield. I have thus endeavored to preserve the truth of the elementary principles of human nature. While I have not scrupled the innovative upon the combinations, the Iliad, the tragic poetry of Greece, Shakespeare in The Tempest and Midsummer Night's Dream, and most especially Milton in Paradise Lost, conform to this rule, and the most humble novelist who seeks to confer or receive amusement from his labors may, without presumption, apply to prose fiction a license, or rather a rule, from the adoption of which many exquisite combinations of human feeling have resulted in the highest specimens of poetry. Circumstance on which my story rests is suggested a casual conversation. It is commenced partly as a source of amusement, and partly as an expense of exercising any untried resources of mind. The other motives were mingled with these as the work proceeded. I am by no means indifferent to the nature and the manner of which moral tendencies exist in the sentiments of character or it contains shall affect the reader. Yet my chief concern in this respect has been limited to avoiding the unnerving effects of novels of the present day, and to the exhibition of domestic affection, and the excellence of universal virtue. The opinions which naturally spring from the character and situation of the hero are by no means to be conceived as existing away from my own conviction, nor is any inference justly to be drawn from the following pages prejudicing any philosophical doctrine of whatever kind. It is a subject also of additional interest to the author that this story was begun in the majestic region where the scene is principally laid, and in society which cannot cease to be regretted. I passed the summer in 1816 in the environs of Geneva. The season was cold and rainy, and in the evenings we crowded around the blazing wood fire, and occasionally amused ourselves with some German stories of ghosts, which happened to fall into our hands. These tales excited us in a playful desire of imitation. Two other friends, a tale from the pen of one whom would be far more acceptable to the public than anything I can ever hope to produce, and myself produced to write each a story founded on some supernatural occurrence. The weather, however, suddenly became serene, and my two friends left me on a journey among the Alps, and lost, in the magnificent scenes which they present, all memory of the ghostly visions, and following tale is the only one that has been completed.